G'day folks, and welcome to Robbie's River Roundup. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Hang on. Ah, you got lens cap on. Haha. Righto folks, let's have another go. G'day everybody, and welcome to Robbie's River Roundup for Friday the 26th of September 2014, proudly brought to you by Adventure Camping and Fishing at 14 Rowan Street, Wangaratta, where you will find a team of experts that know all the answers to all the questions. They are very, very smart and knowledgeable. Oh, and Joe works there too. Joe's out in the gun room. Righto, I went down there before to Adventure Camping and Fishing to see if they had anything that they wanted me to share on my video this week. And have a look what I found when I got there. I found a good old-fashioned handwritten letter sent to me by a man by the name of Bill Cochran. I think it's pronounced Cochran. I'm sorry, Bill, if I get it wrong. Bill comments on a lot of my YouTube stuff. And he seems like a really nice guy, and he liked one of my videos a while back when I went fishing and I decided to sit down and have some lunch. I took a tin of tuna and it didn't have a ring pull and I didn't have a can opener, and I was left without much lunch. So Bill got a bit of a laugh out of that and has kindly sent me a lovely letter and this. That is called a Fred. It's a little mini can opener that I can put in my tackle box so that I don't have any more of those mishaps. Because a lot of junior people watch this, or kids watch this video, I can't tell you what Fred stands for, but I can abbreviate it. It stands for, I'll abbreviate it, a flaming ridiculous eating device to help you eat. It's actually a little bit different, but that's close enough. Bill, I can't tell you how appreciative I am of this, and the letter that you sent me has truly made my day. And I really hope that you get lots more enjoyment out of many more of my YouTube videos to come. And it's because of people like you that I continue to do what I do despite a few clowns sticking knives in me back. I just think that if I can bring satisfaction to guys like yourself, then that puts a big grin on my face, because that's where it's all at. Now, how are the rivers looking? Well, right here I'm on the King River, the lower reaches of the King River. Probably the top end of the lower reaches of the King River at Docker. And have a look, it's not looking too bad. There's not much fishing in this area at the moment because it's closed cod season. It's too low downstream for trout, but it's a nice spot and I thought I'd come out here. The river's quite clear. If I look across there I can see probably 18 inches to 2 feet into the water. Yesterday and last night we had a lot of rain right across northeast Victoria. When I say a lot, average about an inch. Some places got 14 to 15 mils, some places got 30. But most places got around about the 20 millimetre mark. The mountainous area's got a similar amount. Usually they get 3 or 4 times more, but they've got a similar amount to the lowlands. So what that all amounts to now is that there's a flush coming. I would expect this water by this time tomorrow to be quite murky and the next day to be even dirtier again. And then it will push down through Wangaratta. The streams are handling that flush right now. So by the weekend, or by tomorrow, the rivers will be looking, or the trout streams will be looking absolutely fantastic. There'll be a bit of extra water than what there was last week. They'll be a bit higher, and some of the creeks further downstream will still be quite off colour. But that's okay, because now is the prime time to use worms. Don't let this week's rain event hold you back, because if the creeks are high and dirty, they're not going to be flooded. They're just going to be a bit higher than usual, and they're going to be great for worm fishing. If they're low and clear, well, you can use lures, and they'll still be very cold at this time of year, so the trout streams are looking fantastic despite the rain we've had. These lower reaches, they're going to get a flush over the next few days. Now is probably a good time to get to the lower reaches, the far lower reaches of some of these rivers, and drown and worm, because I've got this bit of a theory that a lot of fish start to move around, particularly native fish. When there's a flush coming, they seem to know that flush is coming and they'll go in a bit of a feeding frenzy, but then when the flush gets there they tend to shut down. Now when I say native fish, it's closed cod season. There's not very many yellowbelly in the Ovens River, so I wouldn't worry about the Ovens or King system. I'm talking more the Broken, the Goulburn, the Campaspe, the Loddon, any of those rivers that are stocked regularly with yellowbelly. If you fish them now before the flush comes with a bunch of worms, they've got 20-degree days on a regular basis now, and they've a bit of extra water coming down. I reckon now's as good a time as any to target yellowbelly. Now's as good a time as any to head up to the mountains and target trout, because all the streams are still nice and cold, and despite the rain, that's just a small flush which can often trigger the fish to go into a bit of a biting spree. So now's a great time to get out there. Everything's looking good. Now have a look at this. While I was in adventure camping and fishing this morning, I said to Drew, what do you got? Have you got something that you'd like me to speak about on my YouTube video this week? And he says, well, a lot of people are asking about these, so they've got them in. That's the Jackal Pompadour. That's a surface lure made by Jackal. Can you see that? It's got little flip out wings and a little propeller at the back, and apparently they go really well. They're $29.50. True to the Jackal range of lures, they're quite expensive. But I am led to believe that at $29.50 they're actually quite a bit cheaper than a lot of other places, including online stores. But anyway, the Jackal Pompadours are in at Adventure Camping and Fishing, and they are on the shelf, and there's quite a few of them there, so if you're after one of these, that's where you go to get them. I also want to say that they've got these in now in preparation for the cod season, which doesn't open for another couple of months. I'm not encouraging cod fishing at all. I'm just letting you know, a lot of people like to buy up their gear during the close season so they've got it ready to go when the season opens. And if you're one of them people, now's the time if you're looking for the Jackal Pompadour, because they are in stock right now at Adventure Camping and Fishing. So, just to recap, Bill Cochran, thank you very, very much for your wonderful letter. You have really made my day. And good luck to everybody who's heading out this weekend fishing. And I'll see you next week.